today I am making that video that you have all been waiting for. Yes, we are delving into today the hand teaser. What we have seen now many times, of course, we are now going to delve into what exactly this could mean. Because, boys, we know that this is going to be a huge update, and we are here to theorize right now. Okay, so let's delve in. First, let's recap this teaser. So first of all, we saw inside of Ethereal Workshop's castle, Whale making their way down the corridor. They didn't know what on earth was going to hit them, though, because then, we lo and behold are revealed towards the hand that we have been teased towards as it makes its way and literally grabs Whale. And then we were revealed towards a 2025 release date. Well, boys, it is now 2025, and I cannot wait any longer, okay? So we are going over today what it could mean. But with this teaser, let's dissect it a little further then. So the hand that grabs Whale, you might recognize it. We thought when we saw that Prism Gate teaser, we knew it all. We thought it's the life formula sigil as the hand, it's the element behind monkulus there. We're making all of these theories. But let me say this, when that hand reached over to Whale, it looked very similar to a certain island skin. If you guys go on back to the Ethereal Island life formula skin, you guys might notice the hand is identical, and these hands actually represent none other than Zarroë. So Zarroë was the one grabbing Whale. We found out much now, boys. We have finally got this theory, and I think it's important to resemble what Zarroë's form actually is representative inside of the life formula skin. Inside of the bio for life formula, it describes that Ethereal Island inside of that state is preserved as being Zarroë's sandbox where it created the ethereal monsters at the very beginning of the monster world. So those hands, they were when it was initially doing its experiments with the monsters themselves. So with the hands reaching out to Whale, it clearly is up to some new kind of experiment as it is taking one of the workshop monsters away. So the big question is here, what is this experiment? Because we're all dying to know at this point. Now, to dissect this, I think we need to go back to the first teaser we got. Inside of the first teaser, we saw the Prism Gate emerge on none other than Mirror Plant Island. And we saw the hand for the very first time. Now, Zarroë is lovely colossal. It is clearly using the Prism Gate as a form of transportation. But what's more than that, this Prism Gate being here now, it is huge. I believe that Zarroë is using the Prism Gate in part of this new experiment in order to conduct whatever it's trying to. And this, I think, is more than just moving around the monsters, everyone. I think the Prism Gate here, it is being used for a purpose. In Donify, this Prism Gate, it had to be locked away. It started gobbling up the monsters, and then eventually it literally inhaled. Inhale is the best word to describe it. Like Kirby, it went and sucked in all of the outer islands, every single one. Them as we saw inside of the recent trailer. So why would Zarroë be using the Prism Gate? Unless it is a vital tool in whatever it is trying to do with the workshop monsters as well. The Prism Gate, it has a connection towards the Mirror Islands. As we've just been over inside of the first teaser, we saw Mirror Plant Island in the background, and recently we've seen the Prism Gate allow for the Mirror Magical Islands to be formed as the Stair Shaper. It used its powers and the Prism Gate to open a gateway in the Prism Gate to the Mirror Islands themselves. So this Prism Gate, it has a connection to the Mirror timeline as well. And this is very important. Zarroë, that lovely ethereal colossal who's conducting this experiment, they too have an affiliation with the Mirror Islands. They use the Mirror Islands to be able to make the workshop monsters. Thanks to our wonderful attunement structure, they use the Mirror Islands to be able to make the memes that make the workshop monsters. So without the Mirror Islands, the workshop monsters, they just outright would not exist, y'all. So it's a good thing that we have them here. So Zarroë tinkering away with the Mirror Islands again, as we see when it opened up to Mirror Plant Island, and then it using the Prism Gate. It proposes a big problem still though, even though we know all of these factors, and that is that the workshop monsters can't survive outside of workshop. Even though it's using all of these tools, it's using its hands to be able to grab them, the workshop monsters, as we saw inside of the Summer Song trailer, they cannot survive outside of that area.
If they stayed out of the workshop for too long, that have some implications though.
If Zarroë is using them in this grand experiment, whether it involves the Prism Gate, whether it involves whatever, regardless of whatever space it's taking them towards, the workshop monsters just can't survive out there. So whatever it's doing, it must likely have found a way to be able to contain them in a new space that would allow them to operate. And I believe the answer for how Zarroë is doing this is right in front of us. What has the Prism Gate always been described as? Unstable. And what are our workshop monsters? Unstable. Do you see where I'm going? Zarroë is using the Prism Gate to be able to harness its instability and allow for the workshop monsters to thrive elsewhere. So the Prism Gate itself, it could allow the Ethereals to have a safe haven, or it could even be being utilized by Zarroë to have a new space. Maybe it's using it akin to the attunement structure in some way, where inside of this space, the workshop monsters can also survive outside of the workshop. Regardless, though, I'm sure you all can see where I'm going with this, and the title, you already know. Ethereal Gold Island, of course! That's where the workshop monsters are going. Come on, you all have been asking, craving, and even crazing over this. It is Ethereal Gold Island, okay? An island with all of the ethereal monsters, the Ethereal Island monsters and the workshop monsters combined, coalesced with one another. The first teaser, it threw us off, but let's be real here. Zarroë is involved now, and they are gonna wanna rejoice with all of their creations, I am sure now. And finally, for his workshop monsters to meet the ethereals. I mean, good God, poor Pentumbra, the soul mimicking geode. Let's give him the chance, boys. Zarroë, I see them likely imbuing into this new Ethereal Gold Island to alike to the Fire Colossal and having two separate halves of itself. But by utilizing this power of the Prism Gate, it does prove this opportunity. But I think the big question now we've been over how this is very likely an Ethereal Gold Island is how is this going to work mechanically inside of the game? Everyone is calling it an Ethereal Gold Island, so would it operate as such? If it was to be a Gold Island, then like to Gold Island, you select from a menu the Ethereals and place them down, akin to normal Gold Island where you place all of the naturals down. It would be a nice safe haven where you'd be able to place them in. I think this would actually provide a lot of reward for players too, because the workshop monsters, the epic Ethereals too, they are some of the hardest monsters, the Ethereals, to get in game. So having that extra reward there would definitely be very beneficial. But in saying that, lots of people, we love Ethereal Island, we love workshop, it is worth it enough already. So I think this method, it would be a bit too easy. And honestly, Gold Island, when they were making it, it was planned to be the final island. I don't think they really had the incentive in mind whilst developing it like they are going to have with this island. The second option is a teleportation island. The Ethereals, they could teleport from Ethereal Island or the workshop on over to Ethereal Gold Island and exist there once you've teleported them. Zarroë's hand literally grabbing the monsters and dragging them off to the new area. It seems to honestly suggest that this could be the case, but we already know that Ethereal Island is already a teleportation island. We've just had Nexus and even Mythical Island. Those were teleportation islands as well. And when I'm looking at Workshop, it has such unique mechanics. I have to go ahead and ask myself, is there anything that we can really do to invigorate the game and excel it in a new direction? And I do believe that choosing an alternate method would be a better solution in terms of players, and also coming back to what the Ethereal Workshop did so well. It was in integrating so flawlessly these amazing mechanics, and honestly I want to go back to that, I think, with this island. So in saying that, I do think teleportation is most likely, but I would love, most of all, for a new mechanic to come in here. And I do believe the Prism Gate's involvement is tied towards this in particular. The Prism Gate is just sat there. It's sat there and it's waiting to be harnessed with a brand new mechanic, I do think. So in order to get his mind racing what this new mechanic in particular could be, I'm going to propose a new mechanic outright today that I've theorized and came up with just to get his brains going. And I am calling this Prismation. Prismation, just like to the Lost Landscapes, which has honestly inspired this idea today, I was thinking the Prism Gate could rotate around Ethereal Workshop and then Ethereal Gold Island, so it only appears in one place at once. And then when you tap on the Prism Gate, inside of it you can store 3 monsters at a time, as we know that the monsters can be stored inside of that, as we saw inside Dawn of Fire. We could have 1 at first, but then more monster slots could be purchased with diamonds, so you can put more monsters inside of there. Then this rotation, you could speed it up with diamonds, so it goes from island to island quicker, or you can wait this rotation out. For example, let's put Ghast in the Prism Gate and then speed up its rotation to Workshop. It can't come out of Workshop, don't worry. But I can put Blaret, because Blaret is precious, right, inside, and also Whale, and then I could speed up the rotation once more, and then end up on Ethereal Gold Island, and then take these monsters out and hear them in absolute bliss and harmony, and all of that emotional undercurrent that I need on this island, and you guys need as well. This method is just fun. I need something fun, and I feel like Invigoration is something that these Ethereals have always provided. They were the first teleportation island. They have harnessed so many new mechanics behind the game. I think concluding them with a new mechanic is the best way to go about it, and I would personally be just so excited for that reason. They always slay, they always serve. Let's serve once more, I say. But leave your ideas down below for new mechanics as well, as I think the gates are open for this one, especially with that instability element. And the Prism Gate, there's just so much that they could do. But now going over to the song, our lovely Ethereals. Oh! What bliss awaits us. Bliss, oh, that is the best word to describe it. With the song behind this, Workshop and Ethereal Island, they are so different despite being from the same monster class. They emerge as such different songs. Ethereal Island, it has that E.T. alien otherworldly, it really well embodies the class in general. But Workshop, it then goes on to instability, the actual production of the monsters, it being a factory workshop itself. It's such a counter, but it works so flawlessly for this class, and therefore with this Ethereal Gold Island, especially with the monsters being so well themed around these themes, I want to see the two themes of these islands being merged together. I want to see these monsters come together and be what they were made for. I must say that literally any kind of idea would float my boat with this song, though. The Ethereals, they can serve, boys. Every single fan-made creation that I have seen, Lunchtime, it's shown us how wonderfully the Ethereals can fuse together in harmony. The fan-mades are absolutely uncanny. The Ethereals, the way they can be utilized, it's just such an amazing class. Outright one many of fans' favorite classes inside of the game, but beyond Ethereal Island, we have seen so much improvement inside of the game. It's really insane how much the song composers, animators have improved. The Ethereals, the original ones, are going to see so much improvement when they come over here. It's going to be really cool. I think the main talking point, though, as well, behind the song theme that we're going over right now, is Bemeebeth, though, as well. Bemeebeth is going to be a main talking point with this, so instead of waiting when I'm going to talk about the other monsters right now, I'm going to bring them into this right now. Bemeebeth, they are likely to be much more lore-infused, I would presume, on this island. I want to know Zarroë's backstory, and I feel like Bemeebeth is the one to serve on that. I want to delve into all of Zarroë's backstory, and I think this is the perfect opportunity. The way they have been so involved in this experiment, and potentially hearing about this final experiment that they are conducting with all of the Ethereals coming together, it would be just marvelous. They have so much lore. Zarroë is the most interesting colossal of them all, and recounting on that with Bemeebeth, I think would be amazing. I sure hope that they do that. But the other monsters, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to actually separate them up, because with these ethereal monsters, I actually, in my brain, when I've been coming up with this, I've put them into 3 classes, so I'm going to do that on screen. We've got upbeat monsters, emotional, there is going to be an emotional verse, I seriously hope so. Whale, hello, Wisp, yes, yes please, Funk Prey, yep. You see what I mean? And then we also have the build monsters that'll help build up the song like Ghast, who's going to help it floating up into them upbeat moments that we are going to absolutely adore. So let's dissect every single monster, because I have to talk about them all, because the ethereals are amazing. There's no other way. So Ghast, this has uncanny potential. Ghast, to me, there is no limit behind this monster. After seeing it in all of the fan creations, including Defork's Islands, I am so amazed by how this instrument can be used in such different ways. No matter what emotion that this song portrays, this is going to be a key monster, I do think, behind the song. It's such a powerful asset. Grumpire, oh my goodness, going along with Pentumbra. I dream of this kind of stuff. Those two, they're going to excel and complement each other really heavenly and honestly lift Grumpire up into new heights. As a duet with the Pentumbra honestly might be just what Grumpire needs to be able to do a lot more for the song. Rebro, oh my goodness, same with you, Invention. Rebro and Invention are so similar, but I believe the stomps with Rebro are likely to contribute a lot more. I like to Turok's inside of this song. I suspect that they'll delve into that a lot more with Rebro's smoke being quite similar to Vention. We gotta have Vention have that, okay? They're the quad. They're the almighty. They're everything. Geode, oh my god, you felt whale in that final verse. Well, wait till Geode comes in. Prepare for Thung, Brian, Geode, and Whale, and all of the emotional bliss that you never knew you needed, but here it is, and we all love it now. Prepare for a moment like in the continent, mythical island, where the song just goes into this emotional undercurrent and you just want to cry. These three, they are going to go absolutely insane and lift the ethereal song into new heights. Now, Humbug, oh my god, let me hear them. Let me hear them finally. If they finally make it audible, I would be thrilled. They've never been audible on any of the islands. Just make them audible, and honestly, after Nova's prediction, I heard them on Cave Island. Oh my god, please. We need some Humbug action, I feel like, on this island. We need to see them finally get into the action. Honestly, make them go with Rismuth. Wow, that is going to absolutely slay and give us a hard dunk there. It's going to go insane. Those two absolutely insane upbeat monsters if they use them right. Please, finally, give us some justice behind Humbug. Wisdom Whale. Oh my god. Gargoyle Girl time. These two, they are from the Gargoyle family, and I have been longing to see them together. You two, you are gonna rock, my ladies. Oh my goodness, I crave for you. You are going to be amazing. Honestly, these two together, they honestly make me get the feeling that this song might have a dark horror, almost goth-like under theme to it. I don't know what it is, but it feels like those two could especially go well. The Plasma Elementals just have such an affiliation for that. There's just so many directions that this song could go in, though. I hope they do. They need to go into every single emotion because this song can do it. Then we have Nebulob. Oh my god. Give them more justice as well. Give them power. Let them be such an important asset and assert that otherworldly dominance. And that's what I'm expecting from Oogity and Kazillion too. I want to see that alienness come forward from these a lot more, especially with the song that has been themed around these two aspects of these two islands before. Oraculele. Oh my god. Oraculele, oh, this one is so gonna ethereal, but we have not even heard his true power yet. I do believe it. Provide them with that power and make them go insane in those upbeat moments. And most importantly, let them duet with Humbug. I want to see that duet with Humbug that we just never got, because Humbug is just Humbug right now and doesn't want to be audible. Well, this time they are going to be audible, and I feel like these two, they would merge so well inside of the song. It can be so excited on my wonderful socks. You are going to do emotional wonders inside of this. Just go anywhere, high, low, sad, happy. It will be amazing. Boodoo, Bellowfish, Dragong, Piplash, just do more. I want to see them go crazy. I want to see them have power moves, okay? Gelbilly on Lunchtime, they have nothing on this one, okay? But speaking about Gelbilly, right, I am so excited behind this one. I feel like if they have been listening to the community, there's a chance to do something unique here. There's a chance to do something that we wouldn't expect. I don't see it coming, honestly, but one can hope. Either way, do more, be hopefully really cool. I want at least one monster, hopefully, to do something unexpected. Gelbilly would be the biggest contender for that, so I have high hopes there. Hopefully, honestly, I say high hopes, but I'm just hoping it happens, but don't really think it will. Tumbra using other sounds in a unique way. I'm really excited for, like he did with Geode on Workshop. I hope it does more of that. I feel like getting some weird upcoming sound in there would be a unique idea, hinting at something. I would love that, baby. Honestly, though, it's going to be a really powerful singer, I think, in that dark theme, if we are going to get that, especially. You would be the power singer in that dark theme, babe, if we do get that. Neither is going to help with that emotionness. Go with Whale. I'm already in tears. Eureka and Blurreds! Oh, Blurreds. I think they're going to help with the upbeat sections of the song and help communicate that workshop vibe. Ogler, oh my god, you gotta watch out for Ogler. Everyone will probably be on about Guess, but I feel like Ogler, equally, they could do some amazing things with this one. Ogler, it felt like they weren't used necessarily for the emotions that I know that they can communicate. If they can go in the full song, just go all through it like to Gas, baby, because this one, it is an angel, and we need the angelness inside of it all the way through. Well, just be Zert and the meme and pick out or whatever. Flask, it could go really hard inside of the song in helping the segments coalesce into one whole, but I feel like it's really suited for those tense upbeat moments. Just wow, what a cast. We've been through pretty much every single monster right there. I am so excited behind this. I can't help with this island, but keep my expectations high, because every single opportunity, even every song that they could come up with, there's just no way that this could not be amazing. So I'm so excited. Please bring in Dylan Cole, the Ethereal Workshop composer, once more, because they did so amazing with Workshop that I could not see anyone else making this, honestly. I really hope they bring him back in, because he made an absolute bopper. Best island on the planet, yo. Anyway, over to the island design now. The island I am picturing as being a fragmented, experimental design. I think combining Workshop's factory creation side with Ethereal's alien features is really what I'm looking at this to represent the song as a whole, what is likely to come from it. I think if they are to delve into that darker theme that maybe some monsters suggest here, I think some darker elements would be really cool as well. But in terms of experimentation, once more, to communicate that otherworldliness, maybe some cracked mirrors, ornaments and tools too around the island that Zarroë is being using, some rare monculus pots here and there, and some pyrosite. And what's more with this, I want to see Zarroë be really embodied inside of this design. I want to see it feel alive, this island, with Zarroë's presence being really woven into the design to make it feel much more expressive. I want to see Zarroë tinkering away with the island and with its hands and make it feel more animated. Some of the island elements, like the experiments that we might see across it, just really give me that epic feeling. But you know what? We've got to throw up Ethereal Lunchtime, okay? Just wow. Lunchtime is the main thing that gets me amazed and also just so excited. The way that Defork made all of the ethereal monsters come together really shows off so well the opportunity that they have with this song. This honestly has been teased twice now, and I think over the past few months they know they have goods to serve, and honestly I don't have any doubt either. I am so excited. Ethereal Lunchtime, it showed as though I am going to put the Gel Billy and Ogler clip up right now, because let's be real, we all do be needing that. Well, there you go. I mean, if that doesn't imply to you that this island is likely to be very awesome, I don't know what does. Anyway, the The release behind this thing, let's go into that as we always do inside of theories. I think the teaser suggests it is sometime soon. I see waves releasing for this island, this Ethereal Gold Island. Let's be real, even if it's not today, Ethereal Gold Island will happen someday. I don't know if the teaser is coming up with this. I am actually going to make part 2 to this if it doesn't release before I get the chance to. I am going to make a part 2 to this where we delve more into the Mirror Island connection, as I see this update potentially going into that and lending itself more to that. But let's be real, this is the most likely thing to come from it, so yeah. I think that this is likely to release in waves too. So do bear in mind there is 30 monsters across this island. I suspect they might release in 5s perhaps. I was thinking they could link them to individual elements, like we could get the more plasma affiliated ones, and then the shadow ones and so forth. They could honestly mix up the numbers based on the affiliated monsters, because let's be real, Oracularly, Wisp, Ghast, Whale, they're all monsters that resemble certain elements more than others. So it would be nice to have them themed each wave around the elements. But guys, Ethereal Gold Island. Oh. That was just a speechless moment. Let's be real, guys. I don't know when this is coming. It is coming one day. Whenever it does come, we are in for a treat. Wow. Go, go, cool girls, unite. We going, boys.